What's up, everybody? OldSchoolNYCGamer here once again, and thank you so much for tuning in. Now, this video here is going to be a video response to EDT1138's series, Top 3 Tuesdays. Now, his question for this week is, what are your top 3 most obscure items in your collection? Now, they necessarily don't have to be specific games. It could be specific items, doodads, knickknacks, or just something that you know is, semi-scarce or even, pretty much super rare. Now, of course, in his video, I saw that he actually had 2 Atari-related items, and, it was kind of coincidental that when he brought this question up, I really did have to look up and down through my closet and all the other stuff I have to see anything remotely obscure in my mind, I believe, that is obscure, or at least, semi-rare to do this video response. And without further ado, let me show you the first 2 items that I have here. Now, of course, since this is Atari related, I'm showing you here the Supercharger by Arcadia. Now, I got this on eBay, I believe, about 4 years ago. And if you look here, you see that there's a headphone plug. Now, of course, back in the day, this basically, you could play more enhanced versions of Atari games. Now, I believe there's about 10 to 14 specific Supercharger games. I could be honestly off on that number. So, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But if you look online, you could actually find the MP3 files for the Supercharger games. And if you actually have this in your collection, you can play some of those games again, either through an iPod or anything that's, you can play this off. Even if you actually still have the original cassettes, you can still play this as long as the tape's still good. Like I said, it is, I can't say super rare or even mainly common, but it's kind of hard to find once in a blue moon on the internet for a good price. But if you do find this in the wild for very cheap, I do recommend you pick it up if you are a super hardcore Atari collector. Now, speaking of that, this next item here was from UK Retro Game Addict, Rich over in England. Now, he sent me this as a gift quite a few months back, and I actually featured it on one of my older videos. Now, this here, believe it or not, is a Atari cartridge switcher. Now, of course, when I had to go through some research, I actually went to Joe from Digital Press, who knows quite a bit about this. This is also known as the Atari Brain. Now, you see here, you have you have six carts right here. So instead of pulling every cart out to switch them around, you use this specific cart right here, plug it into the Atari, and you can just pick any game you want, at random. And this is, I can't say semi-scarce because you really don't see these a lot on eBay. Now, of course, when EDT1138 showed his, he had the Videoplexer, which is a lot more rare compared to the Atari Brain. So there you go. And last but not least, this I actually can say is one of the most obscure items within my collection. And I have featured this on my channel quite a few years ago, and not to toot my horn, this is actually one of the most watched videos on my channel, and that is, and I have to lift this freaking sucker up, my American Pinball machine by Tomy. And yes, I actually can't say this is semi-obscure because you can't find this in the wild to my knowledge. And I actually recently saw one of these pop up on eBay, and on eBay, I did get this off eBay, like I said, about 3 years ago. This item right here, like I honestly could say, every couple of months now, you'll see one pop up. For a while, there were quite a few of them popping up, but not as much. Especially if you have one in good working condition and, very minimal wear. It's definitely easily quite an expensive little item here in anyone's collection, especially if they're starting off like I did. But yeah, that's it right here, American Pinball. This is my most obscure item in my gaming collection. So, just gotta put that down. And that's about it, people. So thank you so much for watching this tag response. If you want to take part in it, please feel free to. If you are part of Ed's Facebook group or his Facebook fan page, I'll leave a link in all those links down there at the bottom. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them also at the bottom. And feel free to check me out on Facebook and Twitter. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. And Ed, thank you so much for letting me participate in this. And that's about it. Have a good one, everybody, and take care. Cheers.